Hey y'all, welcome back to Cooking with Siobhan. My name is Siobhan Muir, and today we are going to make something I've always wanted to make. I've heard about these and I've always wanted to make them, but never got the chance. So now I have a recipe and I'm gonna try. It's called Nanaimo Bars. And Nanaimo Bars are kind of like almost like a 7-layer cookie. They have, chocolate and walnuts and coconut and graham cracker and all this stuff. So they have all sorts of things in it. And this one comes with custard as well. So here's what you're going to need. You are going to need 1.5 cups crushed graham crackers. I'm making these gluten-free. So these are the gluten-free graham crackers from Schar. And for those who really love fluff and melts, or s'mores as most people call them, these are the perfect size, because then you just have to do a square of chocolate and all this stuff, and a single marshmallow. But they're also really good for making other graham cracker crust type things. You will need 1 cup of sweetened shredded coconut, 1/2 cup of walnuts, of chopped walnuts. You'll need about 8 tablespoons of butter, and 1/3 of a cup of sugar, and 5 tablespoons of chocolate powder, and then 1 large egg beaten, but the egg will appear when it's necessary. Because right now we don't need it, but we will need it later. See? I told you it would appear. And that's just for the crust. That'll make the crust and will go on the bottom of your bars. Then you will have a custard filling, and I suggest you make your own custard, but you can always put together this list, which has, I've made my own custard, but this is 6 tablespoons of butter, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, some custard powder, such as Byrd's, about 3 tablespoons. Like I said, I couldn't find the custard powder, so I made my own custard, but in case you want to use this, 2 tablespoons of whole milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to do a chocolate layer on top of that, and you'll need 1 cup of chopped chocolate. Yikes. My suggestion is use just chocolate chips, because they're already chopped up into small pieces, and that'll work. And then about 3 tablespoons of butter. But that'll be at the end where you're doing the chocolate on top of everything else. So using non-stick baking spray, grease an 8x8 inch baking pan. Ta-da!
You can't see it, but it is greased.
It is greased, yeah. I heard you do it. Alternatively, you can line a baking pan with 2 long strips of parchment to cover the bottom and sides. Creasing is needed to secure fit, but spray it, it's just easier. For the crust, in a bowl of a food processor, and we don't have a food processor, so we're using our Ninja, pulse together the graham crackers, the shredded coconut, and the walnuts until finely browned. So, we're going to open these packages of graham crackers and kind of break them apart a little bit and throw them in there. I'm going to pulse these to break them down a little bit.
Okay. That should do it.
That should do it. So then we're going to add the coconut and the walnuts, and this is going to be the basis of your crust.
Effective.
Very effective. Transfer the mixture into a medium bowl. So we will need the smaller version of this one.
Those are big chunks.
They aren't. They're just fuzzy.
Not that.
Oh my goodness. What happened to this? Okay. Leave that right there. All right. Place butter in a medium heat-proof bowl. Set over a saucepan of simmering water. Or take your butter, put it in a microwave bowl, and melt it that way. My suggestion is, since mine is a little on the soft side, probably about 20 seconds. And then we'll check. Don't forget to beat your egg.
If you are melting butter in the microwave, a great thing to do is to swirl it around a little bit so that the heat is equalized and or even so that you don't burn anything. But I'm also gonna put a plate over it so that if it explodes, it's contained.
Ta-da! Beaten egg. When the butter is melted, whisk in sugar.
It's whiskey. Very whiskey.
And cocoa powder. Until completely dissolved. Mix until the chocolate and the sugar is dissolved. All right. Then add in the beaten egg. Can I have a little spatula? Now, I think they say mix for about 2 minutes. So I think they wanted you to do it with a hand mixer, but you can, it says mix until smooth and slightly thickened, about 2 minutes. Wow, that changed the makeup of this.
I'm not gonna lie, it looks like some critter you would find in a biolab.
I was thinking actually of Venom. Remember that?
A little bit, yeah. I was also thinking of the horror movie in The Iron Giant. Remember what he's watching?
Oh, the blob, yeah.
Yeah, the brain thing that can suddenly move and think on its own, and yeah, no.
But it is starting to smooth out. Smooth and slightly thickened.
Yeah, I'd say it's both of those, for sure.
Okay. Pour melted butter mixture over the graham cracker crumbs, tossing to evenly coat.
Or I could get you another bowl of even bigger size. Which I know you would love me for.
Yes, I would.
I'll be beaten later. That's what would happen.
No, you would get to do the dishes.
I get to do the dishes quite often.
So, in other words, mix the crust by filling the chocolate with the coconut walnut mixture. The nice thing about gluten-free things is it's not as oozy. That's the great thing, is it kind of consolidates, and I really appreciate that. And then spread into a, gently knead until cohesive, and spread into the prepared baking pan. Pressing firmly with a flat bottom drinking glass or measuring cup to make sure it's all even. Keep telling yourself that. I suggest using a spatula to kind of spread it around and pat it into place. You can use the measuring cup to finally even it out later. But to get it started, I would use a spatula like this and get it into the corners where you want it. Okay. And then, ta-da! It flattens everything out. Place in the freezer until firm, about 10 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. And then we will add the custard. So let's put this in for the freezer for about 10 minutes and we'll see you in a bit. All right, so it just came out of the freezer and it's pretty solid. It's pretty solid. So what are you gonna do? This is cold layer. So what you do is you can either make the custard from this recipe. We did it earlier. We made our own custard and stuff. And I'm not even sure how much custard you're gonna end up with. However, I made that much. And then it says, remove the crust from freezer and using a flexible or offset spatula, spread the custard filling over the crust. Refrigerated until set, about 1 hour. So what we're going to do is, if you've made custard, you need to take the wax paper off the top, and you're going to spread the homemade custard on the next layer. Which that's what I'm just going to do. Thank you. Oh, that helps a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now with this, since you have the custard already made, just spread it out until it's a relatively, same deal, relatively flat amount. Ta-da! So now you have custard. What you'll see is a little bit brown bits. In homemade custard, you're gonna have a little brown bits because it burned a little bit to the bottom while we were stirring. But it's still good, it's still part of the custard, so you're not getting something like, what did you throw in your custard? Nothing. Nothing. It just burned a little bit on the bottom, but it's still tasty. So yeah, so now you have your custard. All right. Now, once that is in there, refrigerate until set about 1 hour, then transfer pan to the freezer until you're ready to top with chocolate. So we're gonna set this in the fridge for 1 hour, and when it comes out, then we'll be ready to make the chocolate sauce and call it good. All right, so we pulled the, we let it set for 1 hour, and we've put it in the freezer because what it says is, refrigerate about 1 hour and then transfer baking pan to freezer until ready to top with chocolate. So, what do you do for the chocolate layer? In a medium heat proof bowl, combined chopped chocolate or chocolate pieces. You want a lot of surface area, and chunks of butter. This is a lot more butter than I normally would have put in chocolate, but it's just fine. The idea of putting the butter in the chocolate is to keep it from burning when you heat it up. Makes it flow better, and it's a lot smoother. So I cut mine up. This is 3 tablespoons of butter, and I just cut it up into little pieces because you want to kind of spread it out because you want the butter to help the chocolate melt smoothly without burning. Chocolate burns really easy.
And it stinks
when it burns. Yeah. So what are you going to do? You're going to start with this bowl and you're going to stick it in the microwave for 30 seconds. That's it. Start with that. And you're going to stir. And the idea is to keep it moving, keep it warm, not too small. That's a different spoon for a different thing.
Do you remember it though?
I've had that spoon for
ages.
I'm going to say 30 years. Okay, so it's already started to melt. So you start mixing the chocolate in, because the idea is you want it to be coated with the butter, and it's already starting to melt and soften, but it's not very soft. So I would put this in 15 seconds. Keep an eye on it. Do it little bits at a time. You can always add more heat, but you cannot take back when it starts to burn. Yep. Do it in small increments though, because otherwise it gets to the point where
you'll burn it the first try.
Yeah, you want to do it in small increments, otherwise it's bad. Using an offset spatula, spread the chocolate mixture over the chilled custard and refrigerate about 30 minutes.
Still moves a little.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, if you lean it, it moves just a smidgen. So just be cognizant. See?
Oh, it does, yeah. It's going to taste fine. It might not look awesome, but it'll taste fine. No one's gonna go, oh, it just didn't taste right.
You can have a chocolate square right in the middle.
I'm trying to do more than that. And the thing is, the chocolate is warm, but the rest of it's cold, so it's breaking the chocolate. This is the Muir Nanaimo Bars. We do things a little different around here. Wow. Now, refrigerator.
we have the room.
Yep, for a half an hour.
Okay.
And then it'll be done. And we'll be able to cut it open and look at the whole thing and hopefully really enjoy it. Anyway, we'll be back in a half an hour. This is not working out the way I expected, but it's not gonna be bad. It's, I'm really not unhappy with it though. And they could be bars. Looking, oh yeah, that's awful.
No, it's really good. It's just...
Stay. Oh, but it comes out of the bar.
All right. I'm watching the custard here ooze into the open spot.
It might not be Pinterest ready, but I don't know, should I use a knife?
This is not what I expected.
Well, it's supposed to be a bar, right?
Mm-hmm. Is it really good? Nice. I'm good. Too much sugar and all I had was the custard.
The chocolate's really good at bringing out the custard flavor.
The pecans and coconut are a really good balance for the custard. Kind of draws, because it has some saltiness in it, so it kind of counteracts with the sweet. With the chocolate on top, I think it will help balance it a little more so that the salt does not overtake the sweet. I don't know, I get kind of a gritty feeling though with it.
It's probably the gluten-free.
It might be, but it might also be the walnut dust.
Could be.
What's nice though is the coconut is not overwhelming, which is good, because if it is, I can't eat it.
I think I would choose not to put cocoa
Yeah.
in it because I think it takes it away from the sweet.
So then what would you put in it instead then? Because you need the crust to be one cohesive piece.
Right, that's the butter. The butter holds it together. The cocoa is just a flavoring.
Yeah, okay. All in all, it's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's a good dessert.
It'll take a long time to eat it though.
I was thinking of sharing it.
I think it's a good idea, because there's no way we can eat all of that.
Come on.
Nope.
Where's your sense of adventure?
It's right here going, mm-mm.
But there you have it. Nanaimo Bars with homemade custard and gluten-free to boot. So thank you for joining us. Definitely ring the bell to find out when there's new videos. Subscribe to the channel. Comment and like on the video. Did you try to do, I mean, Nanaimo Bars has vanilla custard in it, but did you try to do mint custard or almond flavored custard? I mean, or did you decide to leave the chocolate powder out of the cookie crust? I think there's many ways you could try to, change this. Definitely sign up for patreon.com or coffee, ko-fi.com. Both of these you can get access to what I'm producing, what the books I'm writing, things like that, plus all these cooking videos. I definitely post them there. The reason I'm suggesting this is because I am pulling away from Meta products, Facebook and Instagram. I don't like their generational AI stance, so I'm taking my business elsewhere. But if you want to keep up with me, you should definitely sign up for those other places along with YouTube. I'm not going anywhere on YouTube. But yeah, thanks again for joining us. Happy making, happy baking, happy eating, and happy reading. Bye.